Hello my dear students, in this topic we are going to see gear terminology. Generally, we are going to see gear terminology for spur gear. Now, you can see here for a gear, here single tooth of any gear is given. Now, for this single tooth, now for this tooth, the upper portion is called top land. Here, this upper portion is called top land, and the bottom portion it is called bottom land. This portion is called bottom land. You can clearly visualize top land and bottom land. Now again, there will be a pitch circle. Here, this is very important. There is a pitch circle. See, you can find a pitch circle. Now this pitch circle is a imaginary circle. We can say pitch circle is imaginary circle where pure rolling motion is observed. At this pitch circle, pure rolling motion is observed. Pure rolling motion means only rotation. There is no translation effect. Right. At pitch circle or imaginary circle, pure rolling motion is observed. And generally, the size of gear is specified by pitch circle diameter. We can say pitch circle diameter, which is represented as D, and the size of gear is represented with the help of this pitch circle diameter or imaginary circle diameter. Now in mating gear, in next diagram we will see again this pitch circle for gear as well as pinion. Don't worry about that, remember it is an imaginary circle, right? Now at top land it is called face width. This will be the face width of the gear. Therefore B is equal to face width. We can say B is a face width, right? Now from pitch circle, in side view, if I see, the upper portion is called face. You can see here this portion is called face above pitch circle, right? And the lower portion is called flank. For a tooth inside view, the lower portion is called flank and upper portion is called face. You can see here the names are given, face and flank, right? You can see here. Now the from pitch circle, the face width or upper portion is at a distance addendum equal to addendum. This distance is addendum, we can say represented by A. And from pitch circle, the bottom or bottom land is at distance dedendum, which is given by D. Dedendum is D. Therefore, we can say here total depth. We can say total depth of any tooth is nothing but addendum plus dedendum, right? Its addendum plus dedendum is nothing but total depth of any tooth. Now in full view, this is a gear, total gear, and some parts are given for mating gear. This is a mating portion and this is a gear. Now I have taken this image from VV Bhandari, right? Therefore you will find here figure number 17.8, right? Likewise, you will see here because directly I have taken these images from VV Bhandari book, which is very good book for machine design. Now this is the center of gear, right? We can say, let us say center by here, this is the center. Now from center, if I consider top land and if I draw one circle with the help of center, then this circle is called addendum circle, right? This circle is called addendum circle. In this view you can clearly imagine, if I consider all the top lands of all the tooths and if I draw circle, then we will get addendum circle. This circle will be a addendum circle like this, covering all the top lands, right? Covering all the top lands, this circle is called addendum circle. Now and if I cover all the bottom lands here, this circle is called dedendum circle. Therefore if all the bottom lands are considered to cover the circle, then this circle is called dedendum circle. This circle you will see as a dedendum circle. See here it is mentioned, it is a dedendum circle, right? And upper circle is addendum circle. Now let us go for pitch circle. The pitch circle is in between them. The pitch circle is in between them. See here in the view you can see the pitch circle is here where the pure rolling motion can be observed. In this diagram you can see the pitch circle. See here there is a pitch circle given where there is a pure rolling motion, right? On this pitch circle there is a pure rolling motion. Below this pitch circle there is a base circle. What is the significance of base circle, that I will explain, right? This will be your pitch circle, where at pitch circle there is a contact between mating gears. You can see in another view. See here, see, these are the teeth of another gear. These are the teeth of another gear. See, this teeth is for another gear, this one, and these teeth are on another gear. Let us say upper side is pinion, lower side is gear, right? Now these two teeth, this is the, let us say this is the teeth of gear 1, and here it is the teeth of gear 2, right? Gear 1 teeth and gear 2 teeth. Now they meet at pitch circle, or at pitch circle there is pure rolling motion between these mating gears. Therefore here in cross section or in other view you can see the pitch circle. This will be your pitch circle, right? And generally the size of gear is specified with the help of pitch circle. That is pitch circle diameter phi d, which is nothing but pitch circle diameter is equal to d. Therefore the size of gear is specified by pitch circle diameter, right? Now what we can say, addendum circle. If I want to find addendum circle, this addendum circle will be equal to pitch circle diameter plus 2a, because both side this distance is a addendum, and on another side also you can see here, this side a upward and this side a downward, that is pitch circle diameter plus 2 addendum, this we can say. And again there is a deadendum circle. See, deadendum circle is nothing but this portion is deadendum d, this portion is deadendum d, here you can see, right? Therefore this side d and this side d, therefore we have to subtract. For deadendum circle we have to, from pitch circle diameter we have to subtract 2d, right? Right, pitch circle diameter is d, and here 2d is deadendum. This small d is deadendum, this d is for deadendum, this d is for pitch circle diameter, right? Again there is one more circle called base circle. See here, this circle is a base circle. Now see, below, just below pitch circle you can see, just below pitch circle, this circle is called base circle. Now base circle is nothing but, just below pitch circle there is a base circle. Now this base circle is nothing but, above this base circle this tooth profile is involved. Tooth profile is involved. Now this profile we are going to see later, right? Let us say there is a base circle like this. Here below, just below pitch circle there is a base circle. Here it is a base circle, and from this base circle the upper portion is involved. This profile of tooth is involved profile. There is a cycloidal profile also, that we will see in separately. I will make a video on involute and cycloidal profile. But remember, from base circle the upper portion is cut, right? That is upper portion is involute from base circle. Now here you can see two mating gears. This is the tooth of upper gear and this is the tooth of lower gear. Now see, from this circular pitch, upper distance is addendum of first gear. You can visualize here. See, I will zoom it so that you can clearly visualize, right? For working depth and total depth, that we have to see, right? Now see, from this pitch circle, here you will find pitch circle. From this pitch circle the upper portion, this much distance, is addendum of first gear, right? That is bottom gear. And from this pitch circle the bottom portion is again addendum of another gear. Let us say gear 2. This is addendum of gear 2 and this is addendum of gear 1, right? Therefore the working depth, this much is a working depth, which is nothing but working depth. We can say addendum of first gear, this is the addendum of first gear plus addendum of another gear, means working depth. We can say working depth, which is nothing but summation of addendum of both mating gears. Mating means there is a relative motion between two contacting gears, right? Addendum of first gear plus addendum of second gear of mating gears, this distance is called working depth. Now you can see again clearance. Here you can see clearance, this distance is called clearance. Now this clearance is nothing but, can I say, here it is the addendum of another gear. This distance is addendum of second gear, and this distance is addendum of first gear, that is d1, addendum of first gear. Therefore clearance is nothing but, we can say clearance is nothing but, this is the difference between addendum of first gear and addendum of second gear, right? Clearance is a difference between addendum of first gear, one gear, and addendum of another gear. And you will see here, whole depth means total depth. This total depth is nothing but addendum plus addendum of same gear, or we can say working depth plus clearance, right? Therefore we can say whole depth or total depth is equal to addendum plus addendum of same gear. My dear students, here you can see this is addendum, this much portion is addendum, and bottom portion is addendum, which is nothing but, we can say working depth plus clearance. This is how we can write, right? Working depth is nothing but addendum of first plus addendum of second, and clearance is nothing but plus addendum of first minus addendum of second. Then addendum of second will get cancelled, it will become addendum of first plus addendum of first, which is nothing but total depth. Now at pitch circle, the thickness of tooth is called tooth thickness. You can see here, this distance at pitch circle, this distance is called tooth thickness, right? Therefore thickness of tooth is considered as at pitch circle, which is nothing but imaginary circle. And here the space between this point on the first gear or tooth and another point on the another tooth, nearest tooth, this point is called tooth space, is called tooth space. Means in this tooth space, the tooth of another gear will enter. In this tooth space, the tooth of another gear will enter. See, you can see in this diagram, right here, means there will be a gear like this. Here there is a gear or a tooth like this. Now this tooth and this tooth are from gear 1, and at the tooth space, we can say this is a tooth space. At tooth space, another tooth of another gear is entering. Now in this diagram you can clearly see that at pitch circle, this thickness is called tooth thickness, is a tooth thickness. And here this distance from there, this distance is called tooth space. And in tooth space, the another tooth of mating gear will enter. And always this tooth space is more than tooth thickness. We can say tooth space is always more than tooth thickness. And it is obvious, if this tooth space is more than tooth thickness, then only another gear tooth will enter into this, another gear tooth will enter into this space. And this difference is called backlash. This difference is called backlash, that is tooth space minus tooth thickness, right? This difference is called backlash. And if backlash is not provided, then the tooth of another gear will not enter into this, right? And by chance if enters, then there will be jamming of two gears. Therefore to avoid jamming between two gears, backlash is always provided. One more reason to provide this backlash is to prevent jamming of tooths due to thermal expansion. Because of heat, there are chances of increasing the thickness of tooth. Therefore if because of temperature thickness increases, there may be a jamming. So to avoid this, backlash is always provided. Now there is one more terminology which is very much important, that is circular pitch. Now circular pitch is nothing but a circular distance between two consecutive tooths. That is, let us consider, if I consider this point at pitch circle, if I consider this point on the tooth, then on the nearest tooth I have to consider same point in circular way at pitch circle. This point, distance between these two consecutive points is called circular pitch, right? It is PC, circular pitch. Now you can imagine here, in circular pitch, from here to here there is only one tooth. If I go for another circular pitch, let us say from this point to same point on the nearest tooth, this distance is another circular pitch, PC, right? Now see again, between two PC, from here to here, this I can say it is a 2 PC. This total distance is 2 PC, and in two circular pitch there are two tooths. This is the tooth number 1, tooth number 2, means, and let us say there are total number of tooths are T. Total number of teeth are equal to T, right? Now this circular pitch, we can say this circular pitch is nothing but total distance is one circle. This one circle is nothing but pi d, right? One circle is nothing but pi into d, that is pitch circle diameter, pi into pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth, because in one pitch circle there is only one teeth, right? Therefore we know how many number of teeth are on this gear. Then this circular pitch is equal to pi d, which is nothing but circumference divided by number of teeth. T is number of teeth. Hence simply we can define as circular pitch is distance measured on adjacent teeth between two similar points. See here, this is one point and the similar point is here. This distance is circular pitch. See, we can consider any other point also. Let us consider this point. Then the same point we have to consider. This is circular pitch, right? Here half tooth and here half tooth, means in one circular pitch there is only one tooth. With therefore circular pitch PC is equal to pi d divided by t, where d is pitch circle diameter. Now very important point regarding circular pitch is that for two mating gears circular pitch must be same, right? For two mating gears means the gears having relative motion between them. Mating gears PC must be same. PC circular pitch must be same. Therefore let us consider there is a pinion. Let us say this is a smaller one, pinion, right? And there is a gear. Here I am drawing pitch circles to represent gears. We are using pitch circle. Here it is a pitch circle. Here it is also pitch circle of pinion, right? Now for this pinion, let us say radius is R1, and for this gear let us say radius is R2, right? Therefore can I say, therefore D1 is equal to twice R1, diameter of pinion, which is nothing but diameter of pinion, and D2 is equal to twice R2, which is nothing but diameter of gear, right? And circular pitch PC1 must be equal to PC2, that is pi dp divided by number of teeth on pinion, TP. TP is number of teeth or tooth on pinion, right, is equal to pi dg divided by tg, that is tg is nothing but number of teeth on gear, right? And dg is pitch circle diameter of gear, and dp is pitch circle diameter of pinion. That we can understand, right? From this we can say diameter of pinion divided by number of teeth on pinion is equal to diameter of gear divided by number of teeth on gear, or diameter of pinion divided by diameter of gear is equal to teeth on pinion divided by teeth on gear. That means diameter is directly proportional to teeth, means the gear having larger size will be having more threads or more teeth. It is obvious, gear having more diameter will be having more teeth, and the gear having lesser diameter will be having lesser teeth, right? Therefore number of teeth on gear is directly proportional to its diameter. Therefore on gear there are more number of teeth as compared to on pinion. Next definition is module, which is also very important parameter in gear, because many times module is very important. Module is nothing but represented by em. It is nothing but it is a ratio of pitch circle diameter to number of teeth, right? Pitch circle diameter to number of teeth, that is pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth. Therefore module is equal to pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth, and circular pitch is pi d divided by t, which is nothing but pi times m. Therefore circular pitch is pi m, right? This is very important, my dear students. But this module is not dimension, it is not length. P circle is a length, but module is not length. And generally the gears having same module mate each other, right? Means for same, if same circular pitch, then there is same module, because pi is constant. We have seen for mating gears pc1 is equal to pc2, which is nothing but pi d1 divided by t1 is equal to pi d2 divided by t2, we can say. Therefore pi m1 is equal to pi m2, pi will get cancelled. Therefore for mating gears module is same or constant. Therefore we can say for mating gears module must be same, module must be same. This is must condition. Now next definition is diametric pitch. Diametric pitch. Now diametric pitch is represented by PD, and this diametric pitch is a reciprocal of module. Therefore we can say is equal to number of teeth divided by pitch circle diameter. This is diametric pitch, which is reciprocal of module, right? And my dear students, same like module, diametric pitch is also not a dimension. Module is not any dimension, diametric pitch is not any dimension, right? Now what is the unit of module? What is the unit of module? Module is nothing but pitch circle diameter divided by number of teeth, therefore mm. And unit of diametric pitch is number of teeth divided by pitch circle diameter, which is nothing but 1 upon m, which is nothing but 1 upon mm. This is the unit, that is 1 upon m is, it is not meter, it is module, right? Therefore can I say here pitch circle diameter, which is nothing but, we can say the pitch circle diameter pc is equal to pi d divided by t, which is nothing but pi into m, which is nothing but pi divided by pd. Correct or wrong? Module is a reciprocal of pitch circle diameter. Therefore product of pitch circle diameter and diametric pitch is equal to pi. The product of pitch circle diameter and diametric pitch is pi, which is constant. Thank you dear students. In next lecture we will see center distance and velocity ratio for mating gears.